Hello, my name is Christophe Huet. I'm a partner at CMS Russia in charge of immigration and employment matters and a member of our Expat Desk.
Hello, my name is Ekaterina Elekchyan. I'm a senior associate at CMS Russia, specializing in employment and migration law issues, and also a member of CMS Expat Desk.
As a full-scope legal firm, we assist our foreign and Russian clients on immigration and employment issues, including social security and tax matters related to outbound and inbound personnel to and from Russia to ensure safe, smart, and seamless mobility. In this context, Ekaterina and I would like to draw your attention to some key issues related to hiring foreign citizens in Russia. Our presentation will be in the form of question and answer. So, Katya, could you please tell us what is the first thing a potential employer should consider when hiring or when he is planning hiring a foreign citizen in Russia? I believe it's immigration, right?
Thank you. Yes, with only a few exceptions, most foreign citizens require a work permit and work visa to work in Russia. The exceptions are nationals from countries with non-visa regime with Russia and also foreign citizens having Russian residency permit. There are two main regimes for obtaining Russian work permits. The general one, which is quite burdensome and time-consuming. It takes around 4 months to complete, and the work permit is issued for only 1 year. The other is highly qualified specialist regime, which takes around 5 weeks, and this work permit is valid for up to 3 years. Currently, the main condition for eligibility for this simplified regime is the level of gross monthly salary paid to the expat, which must be not less than 167 rubles per month. It is approximately 1,900 euro.
And Katya, who should apply for the work visa and work permit? And in addition to the related application, does a prospective employer have to provide the immigration authorities with an employment agreement?
It's the prospective employer job to initiate the procedure for obtaining the work permit and work visa in most cases. After the employer receives a visa invitation for a foreign citizen, the prospective employee must apply for a Russian visa at the Russian consulate in the country of his residence. If the application was filed under the HQS procedure, once the expat arrives in Russia, he is responsible for collecting his work permit from the authorities. Currently, a work visa is not enough to enter Russia due to restrictions imposed due to COVID-19 pandemic. In addition to obtaining a visa, an expat must be registered on a special list for entry to Russia. The prospective employer must fill out the application for adding the expat to this list. The answer to your second question, one of the most important documents to be submitted with the authorities is the employment agreement between the Russian employer and the expat. If the employment agreement relates to hiring of a general director of a Russian entity, we will involve our colleagues from our corporate department, since this decision must be approved by the company's shareholders.
And Katya, since you are referring to an employment agreement with a Russian employer, do I understand correctly that it is actually impossible for a foreign citizen to work in Russia based on a foreign law employment agreement? First question. And then, are there any specifics to be considered when concluding an employment agreement with a foreign citizen?
Yes, you are right. It's not possible for a foreign citizen to work in Russia without having a legal Russian employment agreement. And the employment agreement should contain some specific points, such as details of the work permit, details of the expat's medical insurance, and other few specific provisions. Usually, the employment agreement also contains the expatriation package that is often granted to foreign citizens. For example, housing allowance, school allowance, transportation allowance, and so on. On these matters, we work closely with our tax colleagues to ensure that all taxation issues are considered. Also, if the foreign employee receives benefits from incentive programs implemented by the mother company, we work closely with colleagues from this jurisdiction in order to ensure that the program is set up properly.
And Katya, beside these specifics you have just mentioned, are there any other items to pay attention to? And I'm thinking especially in relation to social insurance for foreign employees in Russia.
Well, for most expatriates, Russian employers pay contribution to Russian social funds, which amount to a total of 24% of their annual gross remuneration. But highly qualified foreign specialists are exempt from most social contributions. For these employees, employers only pay contributions to the job accident insurance, and the premiums for these are usually low. In addition, most expats should have voluntary medical insurance as they are not covered by the statutory health insurance.
Thank you, very clear. And Katya, last but not least question, could you please tell us what a foreign employee is subject to in relation to personal income tax in Russia?
Generally, foreign employees physically present in Russia for at least 183 days within a calendar year are subject to 13 personal income tax rate on their worldwide income. If they spend less than 183 days in Russia, they will be considered non-residents and will be subject to 30% tax rate on their Russian source income. Highly qualified specialists enjoy special taxation regime. 13% personal income tax rate applies to their salaries regardless of their length of stay in Russia. Personal income tax is calculated, withheld and paid by the Russian employer on payments they make to their employees. So foreign employees do not need to file tax returns on their salary. They only need to file tax returns if they have other sources of income that are subject to a tax declaration.
Thank you very much, Katya, for the benefit of your expertise and for having highlighted some very important and key issues to be considered when hiring foreign citizens in Russia.